Alrighty, everyone, we are back into some more Rome 2 on Joe's favorite map, Bertigala. I know. It's time for me to get mad again, because, well, you know what, they can do it. I believe in them. They're going to attack over here, along with breaking down this spot and attacking here. Carthage doesn't have to attack over here. That's not a big deal. What they need to do is always just widen the front. So as long as they do that, I won't yell at anyone. But this was brought to us, of course, by Seawolf51 over here. Brought us a few videos. This one is a 3v3, just base game. But let us get into the army comps. First off, we have Nabatea, brought to us by the Spoon Cavalry. Good. I thought they were Knife Cavalry. It's good that they have spoons. Non-violent. But of course, they have a Nabatean Noble Cavalry. Jin, right over there. One Scorpion, 4 Nabatean Heavy Archers, 1 Tribespeople, which is a Javelin unit, if you need to know. Yeah, 6 shots per minute, that's pretty good. 8 Armored Hoplites, 1 Desert Levy, 2 Nabatean Swordsmen, and 1 Thorax Pikes. Lots of those Armored Hoplites, very tough unit, very tanky units to push and be the front line. But next up we have Massilia, brought to us by Algaz Azif. He is a Hippeus Lancer General, 1 Fixed Ballista, 3 Mercenary Gallic Hunters, 1 Levy Freeman, 6 Massilian Thraeus Spears, which I think is a little too much, and 7 Thorax Swords. Probably could have snuck in maybe a few Gallics, maybe a few Axis. Would have worked. Well, we'll see how he does with that, of course. And lucky for him, it seems that no one has brought a wall ballista on the other side because he is not protecting that ballista in the slightest. Finally, we have Seawolf here, brought to us by Carthage, Seawolf51, Noble Cav General, which does mean I do want the attackers to win, despite all my bitching. 1 Mercenary Balearic Slinger, 3 Mercenary Cretan Archers, 1 Late Libyan Hoplite, 6 Libyan Infantry, 4 Mercenary Gallic Warriors, 3 Mercenary Samnite Warriors. On defense, we have one interesting faction and 2 base game factions. We have Epirus by Don't Judge Me Monk, Macedon by Laser Dragon, with capital Z, or Laser Dragoon, I should say. Sorry, 2 O's. And then Sinonis, brought to us by Muff. Yes, the ones who sacked Rome once upon a time. With that out of the way, let us get this party started. And I feel like that's going to start off immediately. So, I'll be right back. Alrighty, everyone, getting back into it. I want the speech. There it is.
There is no wall in the world that can keep us out. No man whose bravery matches ours. No swords sharper. No spears keener. No gods as unforgiving as ours. So, we will conquer here.
There we go. Massilia giving us a bit of a speech to get us started. Always do like to find the one who's going to give us the speech. Immediately going for the wall, nice. Alright, we got some Tribalist Slingers over here. Naked Warriors. However, these Naked Warriors are different than the Naked Swords you know because they have Berserk and Frenzy Charge. They're also only 750 gold, so they're super cheap. Or, well, relatively cheap. Good mid-tier Berserk unit. Next unit of Tribalist Slingers, or are you just going to fire down at the late Libyans? That's what it looks like.
Blood for Carthage!
What are you shooting? Oh! Getting into these Cretans. Nice. And I want to see if you can kill one. Oh, you got one. What's their armor? 30 armor? Now there's another. Not very efficient. Okay, now they're starting to drop. That was a pretty good one. Generals, don't worry about you. Alright, they're down 10. Okay, they're doing pretty good damage against the Cretan. What do we got over here? 82%. He hasn't noticed that they are shooting at his Cretan right about now. Let's see if he loses. Oh, there he goes. He noticed. Let's see if he ends up losing 20 men. Only 18 men lost, though he is at yellow morale. First breach opened. Now we move on to the next one. Nice shots, by the way, with him. His manual shots have been on point. Alternating shots? He's saying that. He shot high on that one. Alright. Now, I am actually genuinely starting to get worried because they are doing the line strategy, which, to be honest, is the dumbest strategy I've ever seen. I'm going to be honest with you. I know you put it there to protect your archers from fire, but you know what else protects archers from fire? Getting onto the wall and pushing them back. But we'll see. Nabatea is still pushing a bit farther out, so you know what? They could probably rotate maybe like 2 or 3 out this way to get them handled. We shall see. Yeah, because over here, what do we have? We have an Illyrian Levy, a Thorax Sword all the way back there. You can jump right into that Tribalist Slinger. Don't even have to waste ammo on them. That would be perfect. Just literally gear yourself in, do some damage. No, it looks like they're going to waste ammo. Stop targeting that unit. You're blocking the area off. You're going to have so much trouble hitting them. Oh, they're even getting on the wall for you. Please. Please, this left-hand unit. It's the Levy Freeman. Get them into here. It's not a big unit to lose. You can do a ton of damage. Oh my god, look at all the ranged. Oh my god, the attackers can have such a field day if they can get like maybe 3 or 4 units in. Oh, they'll have the best field day ever. They'll move that entire flank off because there's no infantry there. Here comes some infantry, some naked warriors. Nope. They're going to do the dumb strategy. Again, this is fine. This is actually a good strategy if you're not planning on taking it. Because it does actually protect your archers on the push, though it does harm them later on the push when you start pushing into here. Here, it starts hurting you. But this here is a huge waste. Huge fucking waste. And you're going to make the battle 10 times harder on you for doing that. And I know what you're saying. Yeah, you can get shot doing it. These are armored desert hoplites. Let them get shot by Tribalist Slingers and Cretans. Are those levies just shooting in the back? Yeah. "24 kills already. No, maybe they are pushing in. No, they're not. No. No, they're just doing the stupid strategy. And it is a genuinely stupid strategy. You're giving up your biggest advantage as an attacker and forcibly throwing yourself into a choke point fight where the defender has an advantage because they can fire down this path, this path, this path, and this path. And you can only target here or here, which means that if they take a position like this, this, and because you've destroyed that, this, actually even just this right here, you can't do shit to them. So this is a public service announcement. If you are an attacker on Burdigala, please do not attack like this. You are needlessly wasting manpower and ammo to break through a place you'd be far easier breaking through at. Now, they're lucky that these guys are being very stupid with their Tribalist Slingers and wasting that unit like they are. Also, right here, what are you doing? Stupid. That might actually save them, I'll be honest with you. That might help them a lot. Now you're going to tear into these naked warriors, and you don't know how much they cost, so maybe they cost a lot, but I see at least 4 of them. Yeah, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 of them just casually there. But see what I mean? Look at this. Look at this choke point you force them into. And you're using a ton of ammo. But then they can shoot at just as good of an angle into your boys. Which means you're trading as well as the defenders. And you never want to trade as well as the defenders do. Because in a choke point fight, an even trade is a bad thing for you. Now, if you had a more open fight where if you could trade evenly in more positions where they can't cover everywhere, they'll break. But if they're sitting in a tight choke point like this, it's going to be far easier for them to hold. They're up to 120 kills. Yep, nice volley. See what I mean by trading just as well? Look, see, they don't have the infantry to respond to this thorax here. Why not put 2 or 3 armored desert hoplites on this flank? Force them to overcommit onto a flank or pull back. Because right here, you've lost a ton of units to far less of theirs. And now this thorax is isolated because it can't get any support. Because the only way you can get in is over here and go down the same path. So it still continues to get surrounded, and there goes that thorax. Dead. Torn to shreds. Doing great job with the archers. They're tearing into naked swords. And if it wasn't for these tribalist slingers, they would actually be in a far worse position. Because that's a separate tribal slinger than the last one. And now he's losing another tribalist slinger. I mean, like... Here comes this 173 kills. That's gone. That's at 60, 59, 31. It's at 61 now. Right into those thorax, doing a ton of damage. Yep, tearing into the thorax. The next Berserk unit is going to join them. Yep. Look at them lose. Now they're just getting their ass kicked. This might be a great play by Carthage. He wants to get in there. Which he is. Tower kind of screwed him a little bit. But forcing the archers to not fire, get away, even despite everything, is really good. And now, yeah, you can just charge right into the back of these Thraeos. Perfect. See, those Galax have 208 kills. They're great units. Well, look at this. Another unit of Tribal Slingers throwing themselves to their deaths, but... that's not a good strategy in the slightest. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. But I genuinely want to know, what is the benefit of this strategy? Is it the archer fire? Because they have just as good archer angles, if not better. Because genuinely I want to know what the benefit of forcing yourself into a condensed point to hit like this is. And the archers are going to have a great game, but the archers on their side are going to have a great game. Yeah, look at this. They don't have the infantry to oppose a push from here. A dedicated push from Nabatea, who's put very little effort into this attack so far, would isolate and crush these guys. Because they have to commit to a heavy trade fight here, which is using all of them. So which means they're going to have to force off and uncommit, so it's a 1v1, and Nabatia's, to be honest, your army that's going to last the strongest and do a ton of damage. Now the benefit of these, yeah, it protects your archers, but what also protect the archers on this side is the push. On this side less so, because if you go too far you're going to get hit by the archers back there. Like even this isn't the best angle. That's not a great angle for you to be shooting at them at, because shield wall, that. This side is, but even then these guys are still at 75 kills. They have 10 armor. They're still actually putting their weight. I mean, they've pulled their weight. At this moment, they've already pulled their weight. So, it's not a benefit to you in any way. You're not able to commit up this pathway because you can only go one at a time, which means this pathway is pretty much out. Which means the only way you can push is this way and get shot from here, here, and here. 3 angles of fire depending on your angles. And even like this, because guess what? Your towers are going to block you just as well as the enemy. Towers don't care. I hate seeing this. It pisses me. Dude, you would not want me on your team if you're pulling this bullshit. 1, I wouldn't allow you to, and I would actually be attacking here. But 2, I would be so pissed. I think my blood pressure might rise if I saw an attack like this. Because I feel like it's rising right now. I hope, I mean, the horrible plays with the tribal slingers I'm hoping are going to be enough to turn the tides in the attacker's favor. And the mass amount of naked warriors. Honestly, if these guys had well-armored units, I don't know if they would do well. I don't know if the attackers would have done well in the slightest. Yep, unit routed. Now they're going to fire into this one, route this unit, and dead Thraeus. Or dead Thorax. Oh, nice throw. That's what you want to do. Maybe target something more condensed, like the Armored Desert Hoplite or something like that. Because they're fairly loose. Yeah. Yeah, and it's not like the defenders don't have a ton of troops. You could force a few Libyans in, bring a few of the Massilian hoplites or Thraeus in to start targeting the backlines. I mean, look at this. I mean, there's actually nothing on this side. Why? Why can't you already have one on here? Get 2 more on there and just 1, 2, 3. Done. All you need, bam. You just tear right through them. You get 3 units on here. You force them to start repositioning forces this way. And then you hit them with the units on this flank. And bam, this corner is done. And you've gained a foothold where you can now move to get here and here. Which means your troops can start going, the attackers can start going this way. Turn this into a hub. To strike at these guys, strike this way if they're not careful, and to strike this way. I'll tell you this for anyone who isn't used to Burd Gala or thinks this is the way to go, this is the hub you want. If you can take this position, it's the best spot for you. Because from here, you can literally punish anywhere you normally attack or anywhere that they keep reserves at this point. So taking this corner is your most important part on the initial fights of Burd Gala. Not this choke point. And I love to hit this choke point, but only when I have support here, because this is a distraction. If they overcommit to this middle part, you can sweep. But even if you sweep, you can only go 2 locations. Here, if you sweep, you can cut down this way. Cut down here, and cut down here. The reason why you can't push this way is because exactly what you're seeing here. They can just reinforce from this choke point and keep funneling troops in unless they lose this point. I'm going to sound like a dead horse, but I want people to play better. And I just want people to play more efficiently. I mean, that thorax died. So, I mean, that becomes worth it. Honestly, if that was the Thraeus, don't even square formation. Just wall like that, forward. Bam. Done. That's all you need. $60 kills here. They're lucky this one doesn't go berserk. Look at this. These troops cannot form this way. This is what I'm saying. If that's gone, now they can target the next one. Thorax sword there. But nothing over here. Nothing on that side. That just got a chevron. Alright, that one's done. Next, on to the next unit of Thraeus Spear. Or onto the Thraeus Spears. Just what are you doing? How's this center fight going? It's still a stalemate. Almost like they didn't have enough ammo for this, like they never do. How much ammo you got? You guys still have some ammo. You guys should still have a good amount of ammo. Those are Desert Levy. Alright, why haven't the Desert Levy gone in? They're out. They're out. So you're what? 1 unit of credence. Tribespeople have ammo. These guys have some ammo. Nice job with the Scorpion. What about over here? Ammo, ammo, and ammo. Okay. 136, 196. 2 of them are going to be low. No. 2 of them are going to be on the lower side. Rapid fire right into the flank. Nice, no kills. Okay, now they're getting kills. Yep. Gonna start tearing through that Thraeus. Alright, they're on the thorax line. Got a Thraeus Spear and a Samnite. Looks like they've cut through the Naked Warriors. Just lucky on their part, the Naked Warriors went in first. If they didn't, and these guys still had those Naked Warriors, without being shot, I'm scared to see what would happen. Yeah, still this center fight. More Samnites coming on in. I mean, despite everything, the attackers are still contained, which is not where you want to be right now. You do not want to be contained this way. Not 20 minutes into a battle. Ooh, nice shot. Honestly, the biggest benefit the attackers have right now is that the Senones have wasted 3 of their slingers. That is, I think, the biggest advantage the attackers have, and it's not even on them. Why? Obviously not showing a ton of troops. You can already see Samnites lining up, which means that they're Starting to pull in reserves. Please. Push. Please. Please, look how many troops are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Armored Desert Hoplite. Send 3 of them in. You want to keep the other 2 as a backup? Do so. Throw 3 of them in. Watch what happens. Hell, throw all 5 of them in and watch the breakthrough that you have. Because putting 5 into here will win you the fucking corner right now. It will force them to commit off with those reserves. And then you put a hammer blow right down the center when they can't concentrate as much, and bam. You've shattered your way through. It's better than having 3 units of Libyans sitting here like this. My blood pressure is going up so bad. I mean, they're not bad comps. There's not much else to do but complain. It's just a grind. It's just grinding and grinding through, and hopefully the better units win. Armored Desert Hoplites are a huge advantage for the for the attackers. Same with the Libyans against Thorax, because they'll eventually grind their way through. But that's all it is. As I said, it's a grind. You're just going to keep on pushing and pushing and hitting till you break through. In the meantime, take needless casualties doing so. I'm telling you, if the Senones were a more armored faction, didn't waste 3 of their archers or slingers, I would have already called it here. I would have said, hey, the battle's over. But the fact that they lost so many naked warriors, or they brought so many naked warriors, and brought like almost no armor from what I can see, and they threw 3 of their slingers away for whatever reason, I think the attackers can still win this. And they might barely eke out a victory, but it is a victory that would have been a lot smoother with better tactics. I mean, nice plays with the cycling, honestly. You don't need it. The cycling is actually very worthless for the hoplites, because they're not getting much in the way of charge bonus. The increased damage to charge, 1 is being negated from the other infantry, because you're not cycling them. The fact that it's not super high to begin with. Still have 1, 2, 3. I mean, if you're worried about that, have the Libyans go in. If you're worried about not having the men, you have some Libyans and some Samnites. Pair that with your Armored Desert Hoplite. See, you could have done this ages ago. I don't know why you didn't. Why didn't you do this ages ago? You can see that they don't have the troops for this. But these 2 are isolated now. You need to get men on these towers and right now into them. Otherwise, you're sacrificing 2 units for no reason. They're going to sacrifice 2 units for no reason. I mean, fair, it's not a full unit, but that one's already gone. Now they can just do this and get around behind like that. To be honest, if Epirus was better at holding that front, that probably wouldn't have happened in the first place. Oh shoot, a noble Gallic swordsman. This is what I'm talking about. More heavily armored. At 40, so 30 more armor. But they're starting to tear through. 60 kills already. So real damage. 70 kills. 117 men. Tearing through one of the Samnites, but that Samnite already has 121 kills. I don't know what it was killing, but they were, I mean, Libyans are armored hoplites. Fine, if you're not going to push, at least commit to this strike, please. Please, someone Commit to widening the gap to actually give you an advantage. Because guess what happens when this widens up? If this breaks, or if you can push like this a little further, cavalry can go in, hit the vulnerable back. Now you've got a real play. Now you've got a real victory. And I don't mean to shit on the attackers. Carthage has not done anything wrong. He's attacked his side well. How he's supposed to. Whoever's supposed to commit to the middle attack has done well. Nabatea has not done well. He should have committed out here like he would have. These 4 units, they're worthless. The 4 towers, they're worthless to have like this. Because the enemy is not moving their archers out to fire. They're not firing out this way. They never were. They were never planning on it. So all you've done is block yourself off from a real committed assault because you have to protect the archers that they were never going to hit. Alright, those Galax went down with 151 kills. That was more than worth it on their point. Samnite's firing in a great volley. Assuming they're going to get another one in and then go on in. Oh, guess what? Despite everything, this corner still hasn't broken yet because they're not being pressured anywhere else. Oh, here we go. We got 1 armored desert hoplite moving. Now, move more. Move 1 or 2 more units. Don't know why the fuck you still have a desert levy alive. But move 1 here. Move 1 here. All you need is 2. With 2, you probably can surround and isolate this front. Sweep right into the enemy, and bam. You win. You're going to just send 1 unit by itself. That is a bad play. Chariots in. Nice. 116 kills, because guess what? Everyone was clustered. $154. That was a waste, or that was not a waste. That was a great move because everyone was here. See, archers in. Hit these guys. Start moving in now. Please move that as armored desert hoplite in, please. Stop that. Oh my gosh. Fine Blaze from Carthage doing great job with the archers that way. I mean, great job with the archers on all the attackers. Perfectly honest. They're still not breaking through here. Despite everything, they still can't break through here. Come on. Please go the fuck in, because right now you're just sacrificing units to the... You're sacrificing a Libyan for no reason. Okay. Honestly, I'm sorry for Carthage and Massilia, because they've gotten screwed by their ally. Real hard. And actually, I like the Nabatea army. It would have been, it would actually probably would have been an amazing army for that strategy I was just talking about of hitting this corner, because of how tanky they are. How much pressure they would have forced the enemy to expend. Even if you don't attack initially, you would have done so. Bad play by Macedon here. I mean, they don't have to really be worried about archer fire. It's front off archer fire. Those slingers might actually do more damage to them. Honestly, just charge back in against those Libyans. Why are you trying to volley? Just get the fuck in. Carthage, I am sorry he sacrificed you that way. Still can't break through here because there's no pressure anywhere else. And they can just continually funnel. Look, there's another Noble Gallic Swordsman. Guess what? These guys don't have the ammo for it because they were forced to waste so much of it. It can still go either way. I think you know where I think the biggest mistake of this play has been. Which definitely would have made something definitive. I don't know if the attacker's going to win. They should quality-wise, in my opinion. When I'm saying left, there's not a lot of defender or infantry left. But I mean, these strategies are just screwing them over. Why are you not going in? Bring 2 units in. They have no infantry to support there. No, instead you decide to waste the Desert Levy. You know what you could have done? Brought 2 units in. Then 1 unit hits this, the other unit takes that gate. Guess what? That Desert Levy would still be alive. You're not going to take the gate. I mean, you just have to hope that you neutralize it. Honestly, Macedon is not smart on that. They should have charged in. No, don't do that. It's not taken yet. Oh, it is taken. Oh, you are so lucky. You have an Abatia Noble Cav. Nice play. Could have done it ages ago. Not even going to give them props for this strategy because this is what they should have done ages ago by taking these corner pieces. Because there was so little over there, you could have just gone whoop. And while another one hit that thorax, then you wouldn't have lost a Desert Levy. Would have done it with less casualties. And I'm being especially harsh because I want people to understand not to do this. It hurts you so much unnecessarily. Nice. Guess what? Because there's not enough pressure here. Who could have guessed? So start putting in pressure. Bring more units in. Bring more units onto these walls right now, please. How's this main fight going? It's still, I mean, they're still holding in the same spot. And there's the high water mark. They've been pushed to the high water mark, which of course, they're still stuck within the choke point. Are these guys going to throw axes? I'd actually love to see them throw their weapons. I like how the axemen still throw javelins. Right into the Hippeus. Did you know why he had to charge Hippeus in the back? Because he had no gaps. Because they didn't spread out anywhere. So he just wasted Hippeus. Because you were forced to charge a unit in the back, and now your Hippeus is going to die because of it. Great job by Epirus for picking that up. Look, this. See what I mean? This Armored Desert Hoplite's slaughtering the Thorax. Now they're going to move another man in. Guess what? The enemy cannot react to this. They do not have the numbers for it. So guess where? Guess where the attackers are eventually going to break through? Here. Nowhere else but here. See, the enemy's now forced to commit down here to stop this push. And guess what? One Armored Desert Hoplite there. One Armored Desert Hoplite there. Bam. Blasted open. Guess what? Noble Cavalry can now rotate around. Guess what? They can't get stopped. I rarely use the whip in my opinion. But now the Noble Cavalry's in. Great play. This unit of Armored Deserts coming on in themselves. Yep, Samnites getting into the back of the Peltas. Great job. Still holding here. Still got another thorax for them to throw in. Do that. Nice play with the nobles. Blast and throw. That's about to break. Now you can start forming in. Get that thorax in. Still shouldn't getting shot on the flanks. No, stay committed to the goddamn Royal Peltist. You had them. Good job with the noble cavalry. Great play. You still have full men, full numbers. 76 kills. Keep on going. Yep, there you go. Get into the back. Those Royal Peltists are going to die. Guess what? The place where I'd said you had to assault to win the fight is how they won the fight. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Yep, right on into those Cretans. Although they're out of ammo, that is stripping away their reserves. Honestly, at this point, charge that way. Just commit to the charge at that point. Blast them with an attack and rear penalty. Oh look, these guys are now able to push this way. With that, now that they have to guard another front, they don't have the numbers. And now they're going to rotate. Charge the Peltists, yep. Poor Peltists. Those Peltists should be gone in a second. Yep, they're gone. And what do we have left on the defense? Royal Peltists, you should have committed those earlier. Out of ammo ranged. Should have, I mean, nothing to commit at this point. Yep. Now that they're all held up, rotate that cavalry round, hit here, break those up. So these guys can rotate this way. This is going to be the happiest Armored Desert Hoplite of all time. Oh my god. Look at him rack up these kills. Still hasn't lost a man yet. This cavalry would literally, I mean, that play on the side won the day for them. This cavalry managed to shatter them. If they continued to focus on that little spot, they would have died. Should have reformed up before the charge. Alright, they've lost one man. Up to 200 kills. Now these guys can get around behind. Cavalry now pulling out. Yep. This is shattering. This is going to be army losses soon. Now the Royal Peltist is getting in. Good. Honestly, if I was the cavalry general, would have rotated around where his archers are going now. Got right into the ranged. Because you can. Lost 10 men. And those spikes have not been placed down once from what I can see. At this point, just run into the back of the Carthaginians. Oh, he's finally realized these were pikes. Honestly, if he ends with this with a... Okay, good. At least he won't pike stack. Nice, beautiful archer fight. They're getting overwhelmed and isolated. Those peltists are trapped. Go to Spooncav. At least he didn't pike stack. Honestly, I would have used it here too, just because to get some kills before the end. Because you know you're already going to be marked as exhausted. Yep. There we go. That is the battle. I'm sorry I didn't focus too much on it in the center. It was just a grind. Bodies pressing against bodies, and I don't I don't swing that way. But let us get the fight out of the way. Al-Ghazif from Massilia here. 0 kills, yeah. He got one Thoraeus with 118, one with 128, one with 69, nice. Thorax 111, 104. Spooncav with Nabatea. Archers 207, 167, 133. 250 on that Armored Desert Hoplite. That was the one that got into the flank. 185 for that one, 216 there, 137, 220, 247, 132. Great jobs all around for them. 117 for that Nabatean swordsman. And Seawolf 51 as Carthage. 268 on that general. Perfect play with the Noble Cav. That's why you want a full strength or a full quality cavalry there. 217, 234 for those Cretans. For those Libyans, 125, 181, 162, 141 or 144. Gallics 131, 222, 151. Sammonites 197. Then Muff here with the Sinoans. Both of those noble Gallic swordsmen, which they're 1,000-something gold. 140, 151. Gallic Chariot 154. Perfect job there. Then the Naked Warriors 150, 184, 188. They just got shot to death. Which is exactly what you wanted. And as I'm saying, if you brought more heavily armored troops or better faction, because this faction trades horribly against base game factions. Fun fact to note, as you go deeper in that, the way they made it seem like a later time period is by adding more armor and a lot of units and higher morale, which means you get a lot of units that are kind of shittier until you get to the super high tier units for the Rise of the Republic. Trust me, as someone who's done Rise of the Republic, few units can stand up against normal ones. Tarantine Hoplites, Triarii are really the only ones you really see doing very well in a one-on-one fight with a Grand Campaign faction. Because they're not balanced. They are balanced, but they're not balanced for the other campaigns. One thing to note. Also, that was all the Naked Warriors. Macedon brought to us by Laser Dragon here. 110 for that Royal Peltis, 229, 108 for those Cretans, and 136 for that Mercenary Rhodian. Thorax-wise, 300, 135, 111, 139, 193, 143. Perfect there. And one Thoraeus Spear with 137. Don't Judge Me Monk with Epirus, 212 on Peltis, 189 on the Scorpion, 144 on the Axeman, 225 on the Cretans, 133 on those Cretans, 208 on the last Cretans. Great job on all of them. 196 on the Rhodians. Amazing job. Honestly, if these guys did not sacrifice their slingers for no reason, I think it would have been a defender victory. Genuinely. Because they would have had enough range fire to put down there that they would have won. Of course, we have 171, 131, and 135 for the Sammonites. Then when it comes to the Thoraeus, 104. But with that, we are done. As always, what do you think the best spot is? And tell me, why the hell do people attack like that on Burd Gala? Because I've seen no benefit to it in the multiple replays I've seen of it. Alright, that's all for me. I'll be signing off now. Bye for now.